What's up, and welcome to the MindStrong Weight Loss 7-Day Clean Carb and Water Challenge. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I'm proud of you for joining. Joining and participating in challenges these days is not easy, and that's why 90 to 95% of the people these days aren't successful with long-term weight loss. Okay, the truth is that 90 to 95% of people who lose weight regain it back within 5 years. And that's why I say that they're unsuccessful when it comes to long-term weight loss, right? But we're here to beat the game, to win the game, to be aware of the enemy that we're surrounded by, to help us gain an advantage on our weight loss journey. Okay, now with this 7-day clean carb and water challenge, you're going to learn to take control of a big part of your life. I'm going to educate you on carbs and how they affect not only your body and your mind. So what it is that you're going to be doing is each day you wake up, you're going to start your day with a glass of water. It's going to be 12 to 16 ounces of water, and you're going to drink that within your first 15 minutes of waking. So for me personally, I like to have my water by my alarm, by my sink. So I walk over, turn off my alarm. I've got my water there waiting for me. Now, some of the benefits, there's a lot of benefits. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's good for your brain. It's good for your digestive system, your metabolism. It's good for your heart. It's good for your blood. Okay, there's a lot of benefits to drinking water first thing in the morning. Okay, that's one. Now, two, you're going to be drinking water before your meals. So before your any meal that you have, you're going to drink 12 to 16 ounces of water. You're going to chug some water before your meals. Okay, that's going to help you get control of how much you eat. For me, it was the trick to help me feel fuller faster. It helped manage and control my portions, take control of my overeating. So drinking water before your meals, it's going to help you out with that. The third thing you're going to do, and this is the one I'm going to go into great detail about, this is going to be switching your carbs from simple to complex. From simple to complex. I'll go into much greater detail after I explain how carbs affect our body and our mind. Okay, so they affect our weight. The truth is that when we consume, particularly simple carbs, okay, we're thinking when I say simple carbs, we're thinking of the sugary foods, the things that spike our blood sugar levels, and what that does is it also spikes our insulin levels. Now, when our insulin levels are high, here's when a lot happens. When our insulin levels are high, our body goes into energy saving mode. Our body goes into energy saving mode. Now, calories, all the food that we eat are calories. All the calories that we eat broken down, our body, they're energy. It's units of energy. Calories are units of energy. Carbohydrates, just to educate a little bit more on calories, this is important. Calories fall into three categories. So every single food that we eat, it falls into one of three or a multiple of three categories. It can be either a carbohydrate, a protein, or a fat. Every single food that we consume falls into one of those three categories, one or two or three, okay? So when our insulin levels are high, when we take in our carbohydrates, especially our quick acting ones that affect our blood sugar levels quicker, and I'll explain more so in a moment, but our insulin levels are high, our body goes into energy saving mode. We know that food and calories are energy, so our body is just saving all the calories. It's not in energy burning mode, it's not in energy using mode, it's in saving mode. That's when our insulin levels are high. So that's what happens. Another thing, when our insulin levels are high, not only are we storing weight, we're storing body fat and calories, but that insulin is a hormone. Insulin is a hormone, and you should be aware that hormones affect how you feel. They affect your mood. We've heard of teenage hormones, pregnancy hormones. Some of us have heard of menopause hormones, but these are hormones that affect your mood. They affect how you feel. knowing that carbs affect how you feel, we should be more mindful of the ones that we consume. They affect the insulin in our body. Insulin is a hormone. A hormone affects our thoughts, our energy, our mood, our attitude, and our words and our actions. Okay, it leads down that trail. So by taking control of your carbs, you're taking better control of your life because you're not allowing these foods to spike your insulin, to spike this hormone in your body that's going to crash your mood or crash your energy. It's going to, whatever thoughts come during that time, I'll leave you with that. I know I've got my own when I'm feeling tired and cranky, but those thoughts come into mind. Our attitude shifts. So we know that these foods affect our body, they affect our mood. We get cranky, hangry, all these things. So carbs affect your body and they affect your mind. So what are carbs? I just explained that carbs, they're one of the three main food categories. The other two are protein and fats. So every single food that we eat, it falls into the category of carbs and or proteins and or fats. Okay. Now, with carbohydrates, they are our body's main source of energy. So carbohydrates, their main job is to be our body's main source of energy. So here's what some simple carbs are and these are some of the first changes I made in my weight loss journey. Okay, this is huge. So when it comes to your bread, your pasta, your rice, your crackers, tortillas, you want to switch away from the white. Switch away from the white, you want to go brown. So brown meaning whole grain. You want the whole grain options. Okay, we want that whole grain. You'll notice if you look at the labels of the breads and tortillas, the white ones and the pastas, you'll see that they're from refined or enriched flours. Now, basically, that just means it's been processed and stripped of the nutrients. It's been processed and stripped of the vitamins and nutrients, and it's just left with the sweet flavor. That's why people prefer the taste of white breads and pastas and the rice over that of the ones that consist of the whole grain. Um, so those are the simple carbs. Now, some of the best complex carbs you could be taking in. Um, what I like to have with almost all my meals is brown rice. I love brown rice. Quinoa is a good one too. So I do those instead of rice. Um, Another thing you can do is sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes. For your bread options, you could go all whole grain tortilla, whole grain breads. Um, For your pastas, same thing. You want the whole grain options, those are there. And then you've got beans and lentils. You got your vegetables like broccoli. And then you've got your fruits like berries. So these are all complex carbs. It takes your body longer to process them. I'm just going to explain a lot of the benefits that you're going to be experiencing here. I explain what you're going to be doing. You know, it's pretty simple. I explain the kind of foods you're going to be avoiding and the foods that you should be taking in more of, and I'll make sure that you get more information on that outside of the video too in the course. But here's some of the benefits that you're going to be experiencing. You're going to be avoiding the energy crash because we're not going to be spiking our blood sugar levels, our glucose levels. We're going to be avoiding that energy crash that a lot of us experience in the middle of the day. So we're going to be experiencing steadier energy from the complex carbs, steadier energy, because it takes our body longer to process these foods. Our body, it takes longer to hit our blood, and it's going to provide good steady energy for throughout the day. Now another benefit is it's great, you get better control of your blood sugar. You're in much better control of your blood sugar, and that's good for your long-term health, because with how common diabetes is, it's great to be mindful of your blood sugar, and you want to have good control. And by controlling your carbs, by doing these steps here, this is going to help you out a lot. So we know it's going to help manage our weight because by taking in complex carbs, our insulin levels are going to go down into energy using mode. It's going to be using our body fat as energy. It's going to be using our body fat as energy. And that's the great thing about all the body fat that we have. It's stored energy. You could literally go days without eating and your body won't be without that energy. Your body will use it for your organs to function. Your brain will use it, your heart, your lungs, everything in your body will use it to function. So, and that's the cool thing about having the stored energy, our body fat. It gives us some time if we go without food. So don't be scared of going without food. In future courses, I'm going to be educating you guys on the benefits of fasting because there are tons of benefits to fasting. Very much similar, like I mentioned, just drinking water in the morning. It's good for your brain, heart, just everything. It's good for so many parts of us, okay? But by switching to your complex carbs, you're going to be getting in more nutrients, less processed foods, more nutrients, and that's just going to be good for your gut health and your bowel regularity. You're going to be feeling better inside. Your energy is going to be better. Your clothes are going to be fitting better, and your poops are going to be feeling better too. So there's a lot of good things that are coming from this challenge. Now, it's a challenge for a reason. Remember, not everything's easy. If weight loss was easy, especially long term, then everyone would do it. But the truth is, less than 10% of people are successful at it. You could be one of those people. I am, and I'm going to do my best to lead you and guide you to being that version of yourself that you want to be. So before I let you go, I want to remind you that there are challenges. Let's see how many challenges you faced throughout this week. How many times do you politely decline the snacks that are offered to you? How many times do you say no? What kind of challenges do you face? Put it in the comments. It's going to be helpful for yourself to remind yourself and look back of the challenges that you face so you know, remind yourself that you do hard things. And then also it's going to be beneficial and helpful to others. And everyone in the MindStrong community would be grateful, and especially me. So remember, with the MindStrong way, we're not trying to do this fast, easy. No, we know that there's challenges out there. The best version of ourselves is out there. We're going to let that person guide us and lead us and to make the decisions for us. The challenges will make you stronger, but I believe in you that you can overcome them. Right? You can too. Post your progress and your wins in the MindStrong community, and make sure you guys join in for future courses. Thank you so much for your support so far. Good luck rocking this challenge. You got this. Stay MindStrong.